Thank you. All right, I'm Cielo Queen. I'm a nurse by profession. Nilisomea Kenya, nikaishi Kenya until worked for almost 7 years. Then nikakuja US kama nurse. Other than that, I'm not married. Siwezi sema niko single because I'm seeing someone and sina watoto bado. Sitaki maswali za nipeane namba, sinanga namba.
So waambie uko na channel yako na najua inakaribia 500 eh?
Oh yeah. I have of course niko hapa juu niko na WhatsApp. Nimeita WhatsApp. Niko na TikTok account. I'm sure watu wengi sana watakuja kwa hii live. Unajua sija kwa live tangu last week Saturday. So watu watakuwa wanaingia kwa live kutoka kwa wanaona nikaa niko live pia, so watakuwa wanaingia tu, so tawapata wengi hapa. But karibuni, I have this account nilifungua just during COVID. Then what? Imegrow tu venye nimekuja huku juu, nilikujanga States 2 years ago. No, hata haijafika 2 years. Ilikuwa last year. Wacha niseme 2 years. Last year January ndo nimeanza kufanya kazi huku. Nilikuwa na like 60k lakini nimefika hapo hivyo. Of course niliverifyiwa juu venye nilikuja Kenya, and I was verified because my first video went viral. It was like a big thing, and me nilikuwa tu na joke, sikuwa najua nini nafanya TikTok. But I've posted several things about coming to the US, and I've answered so many questions on my wall. Kuna videos baka nimezipanga somewhere, nitawaonyesha baadaye. And that's pretty much it. Kuna kitu nimekumbuka sijasema, but I have flight of ideas. Nimetoka night shift, nimelala 1 hour, so mtanisamee at some point.
Sawa, tuendelee. So najua wewe na watu wengi pia wanataka kujua jinsi ya kupiga US kama nurses and nurse aid. Hizo ndio mbili nimeona watu wengi wanauliza, na study visa gusia ile unaona kidogo uko na information about it.
Okay. So mimi nilikujanga, I love traveling a lot. I love traveling a lot, and the reason I came to the US, it's personal reasons that I did nothing, but by the end of it all, my plan was to come to the US eventually. It was personal reasons, but also the other reason was mainly to leave Kenya nikuje nifanye kazi outside Kenya. Initially I wanted to go to Europe kwa sana, but kuna time a friend of mine just invited me. It was like my birthday treat, akaniita hapa hivi nikapata, I was lucky nikapata visitor visa ya kuja States in 2017. And when I got here I was like, wait, these roads are good, hakuna jam, kila pale ni kusafi, hospitali zinakaa mzuri, the system is organized. Why am I staying in Kenya to be paid vibaya na bado tu by the end of it all? Nobody cares. I also want money. Like, let's not lie to each other ati tunafanya kazi juu ni calling gani sangapi. Mwezi niambia mtamka kila siku kwenda kutukanwa na watu. By the way, wagonjwa ututusi tumezoea. Wenda kutukanwa na wagonjwa, utukanwa na madaktari Kenya. Madaktari watukanangi watu wako na heshima zao. And then unalipwa vibaya by the end of it all. That's not a calling, my guy. Ni vile tu una choice. Usiseme calling. So yeah, nikafika huku nikaona. Then there was Hurricane Katrina when I was here. So my friend is actually a medic, not a paramedic. He's a medic, he's a doctor, ED doctor. Akaniambia, mimi nikamwambia, can I apply to volunteer to go and work in Hurricane Katrina, because I was here for the whole month. Tukajaribu ku apply. I got this agency called O'Grady Payton online. Waka receive application, then they told me, unfortunately you can't practice unless uko na license ya, hata kama ni voluntary work, unless uko na license ya US, you cannot practice in the US for no reason. Hata kusaidia mtu kwa street wezi kwa sababu hauna license iko valid US. Nobody can prove that you're actually a nurse. Nikamwambia, yeah, that's okay. But wakaniambia, but we can help you relocate to the US as a nurse. Nani atakata story kai. So the roads were good. Ilikuwa tu time ya summer, so huku kunakaa vizuri time ya summer. It's green and nice and it's just beautiful. Nikarudi nyumbani nikaanza ku apply. Nilikuwa na option ya kukaa, but nikaona siwezi kaa in a country without a plan. So I went back to Kenya, and I'm not the kind of person who wants to get married and then decide nilikuwa na hiyo choice ya get married, get papers and stay, but we are different. That's not my thing. Siwezi taka kujiput in a situation where I want to do something and I cannot because I don't have a license, I don't have a way out, I don't have my own money. Now that's not me. It doesn't work for me. So nikarudi Kenya and then I applied. So there are many agencies that bring people. So ukiona swali utaniuliza. Yeah. So there are many agencies that bring nurses to the US. I will mention a few. Kuna O'Grady Peyton, the one I came with. Kuna Avant Nursing. Kuna MedPro International. Kuna hebu nisaidie.
Na Shearwater.
Yeah, Shearwater.
Shearwater hiyo ingine ambayo inaitwa na Adevia, yes. Adevia. That's like 5 or 6. Ni wengi. But those agencies only employ nurses. Only nurses, by the way. So msi apply kwao thinking they take everyone. So that's one thing with them. Only nurses, and you just have to be a registered nurse and practicing in Kenya. So I applied to them. Then they gave me the requirements for O'Grady Peyton. Almost all the agencies have the same requirements, except a few difference, of which when you apply to them, they give you all this information. Kindly type them. I cannot type you. O'Grady Peyton. Najaribu kufikiria vile nitatype. Kuna watu wanazijua hapa Frida, kuna watu wanazijua. Tuko na nurses among us wanazijua, wanaweza tutaipia, utaona zikitypiwa hapo hizo agents.
Perfect. Even perfect. All right. So those who don't know, please just ask. You don't know, mtu atakutaga atakujibu. And then keep up with the 350 of you. So good luck. So I applied to them. O'Grady Peyton told me their first requirement is you have to do an English test. Now, not all agencies want you to do the English test. So don't do the English test unless you are asked to do it. Agencies like Avant Nursing and MedPro International, you do the English test ukishamalizana na process uko the end of it all. But O'Grady Peyton, you start with the English test. So I did my English test. Mimi of course nilikuwa katikati ya kutravel. I think I was going somewhere in West Africa. So harakati za kuzunguka, I was not concentrated on what I was doing when I was applying for the English test. I applied for the wrong English test. I'm sure watu wengi sana wamefanya hivyo. I applied for general. I did not know because niliuliza mtu akaniambia just apply general. Nikadhani jua amefanya process, nikadhani anajua na ameni advice vizuri. Hata mimi mwenyewe nikuja kwanza kujiuliza baadaye huyu mtu alikuwa ananitakia mazuri ama nini, because you know how much an English test is right now. It's 20 something K. I think 25K. It was 20K when I was doing.
30,000.
Wow. When I was doing it was 22K, I think. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So don't do it unless you're sure you are ready to, because that is a lot of money and it expires after 1 year. That's what people don't tell you. It expires after 1 year. Ni 1 ama 2?
After 2 years? 2.
Oh, 2 years. 2 years. Okay, sawa. Poleni, mimi information zangu zingine si ya 100%. Sijaenda kwa Google, nimeamka kutoka kitanda nikakuja hapa hivi. And then I of course nilipita, but nilipata 7, but I did the wrong exam. So I had to do it again to apply and I delayed almost 2 months. Eventually nikafanya. O'Grady Peyton will take you through the process and the requirements as soon as you apply with them. So when I presented my English exam, wakanitumia what I need, like so many documents za kusign and what is expected of me. Among what is expected, kuna mtu anasema IELTS is 36K.
Nimebadilika lakini anyway sawa.
Okay. Alvan, I see you. Nimefika
Alvan ameingia
hapa. Ameingia hapa hapo down. Nikatumana nikatumana documents, and then no, they need you to send your papers and your documents. So I sent all my documents as instructed, and then you need to be verified by the nursing board in the US. So it's like the Nursing Council of Kenya, but now near US. What they need you to do is present your papers from, of course, high school certificate. They need you to present nursing certificates that you finished. Kuna documents zanga shule, of course, unaenda ukigraduate, kuna documents you're given. Thank you so much, guys, for the gifts. Then there's documents from the hospital. Was it the hospital? The School of Nursing, sorry. School of Nursing. I'm saying hospital because I studied in a hospital. Nilisoma Nairobi Hospital, mimi.
Oh, okay.
So it's School of Nursing, the Nursing Board, Nursing Council of Kenya, and then high school certificates. All those documents you send to the Nursing Board in the US. They will pick the state. I was sending mine to Chicago. So there's normally different. Chicago, they will send you to maybe Texas. They will send you to different places depending on where the agency is and where they have vacancy. So at that time, Chicago had vacancies. I sent my document to Chicago. Now that is my own expenses.
Okay. It's your own money.
Cool. Yeah, it's your own money. You obtaining
agent anakuambia tuma hiki, mahali kama ni CGFNS anakuambia tuma this and that.
Yes.
Kama ni board.
Yeah. So kuna papers unapewa, unapeleka School of Nursing where you studied your nursing for them to sign and approve that you actually went through their school, and they actually send documents like transcripts. Wanatumana mpaka transcripts zako to the Board of Nursing on this other side. Same as Nursing Council. Kuna paper unapeleka, they fill and sign, and they send it themselves to the Board of Nursing in the US. So you'll still pay for the transportation. The courier services. Yeah. You still pay for that. And then after I was done with that, I did a test before all this. There was like an aptitude test. It's like an English test. So courier services unatumana hizo documents zenye nimwambia. Once you send them, they will, nimwambia before you send all these documents, unakuanga umefanya an aptitude test, like an English test, and then aptitude test inakuanga hata ukigoogle, it's like general questions you're asked for in an interview. So that's part of it. And then the other one is like nursing questions that it's like 60 questions just to prove or to confirm that you actually know what you're doing and you're actually a nurse, which is required by any field. If you have to apply for a job in any field for certification, you have to do that. Once I was done sending my documents, they required me to send $200, like a commitment fee by your Grady Payton. But they tell you you're basically being sent you're paying for them to send you the documents for studying, like your books, study materials. The other agencies don't have that. Like Avant Nursing, MedPro, they do not have that part of your kulipa 20K. So Grady Payton, the only difference between them and the rest, near 20K. 20K. Once you do that, you have a rigorous 6 months period where you are studying as you wait for the nakumbuka tumeshatumana documents to the US, to the it's called CGFNS, the Board of Nursing in this other side. So as you wait for the approval of that, you are rigorously in a situation where you're studying and they're coaching you, and they're you online doing exams, and they're actually assessing and look at what you're doing. So it's like you're being coached for 6 months, doing question and answers, study materials uko nazo, back and forth, unafanya exams, unaambiwa you need to do this better, you're communicating with them the whole time. And then by the end of the 6 months, you have to do an exam to show that you're actually ready for the final exam. All these 6 months is in preparation to go and do an exam called NCLEX. NCLEX is like the final, not even the final, it's like the Board of Nursing exam ya Kenya. Unaona ukimaliza nursing school hivyo hizo mawachana na hizo exams za shule, kuna ya Nursing Council.
NCLEX ni kama
year. So nursing council ya huku inaitwa NCLEX na inafanywa na Canada na US. So that's what you're being prepared for. It's as soon as you're done with the 6 months, most of the time inakuwaga at that point the nursing board has already certified your papers and proved that you actually qualify. And as you wait in between, there's a point where you're going to do to go to the I'm sorry, mina kwaga a lot of small words coming in, so and all that is inakuwaga part of me. At that point in between, you have to go to get certificate of good conduct. So unaendanga kwa police department. Mi nilikuwa Nairobi, of course nilienda Kiambu. And then at the same time you are being sent a paper or a form by the FBI that you need to have your fingerprints put on, and this can only be done at the police station or at the police headquarters. Mine was done at Kiambu. I used to live in Pangani. I was just next to Apovyo Muthaiga, so like it was closer for me. So we did the fingerprints. DCI, yes, it's Pauline, thank you. It's the DCI. We did that, and then now started by the end of it all, now the 6 months zilikuwa zimeisha, nikapita exam yangu. It's not a very easy exam, and it's not very hard. It's very few people who can fail that exam, but as a Kenyan, my guys, sisi ni watu wa bright. Vitu zingine ni ngumu kuanguka. As in, mimi si kusoma sana, spenda kusoma, but if there's anything I don't like doing, mimi ni wale wa kusoma online, na sijui hata nini nasoma juu kazi yangu ni copy paste assignments na kutumana. But I'm sure many of us do that. So
kuna kuku hapa between me na wewe na Pauline, kuna mtu akona kuku.
Nimeacha kutapa.
Macha kuta ona tap. Mimi sina kuku kwa nyumba bado. Sijatafuta, sijakuwa Mluya. Sijafika hiyo section. Quick question. You studied nursing in Kenya, then got a job abroad. Yes, Eliza, I was actually a nurse in Kenya. I went to Nairobi Hospital. I finished my 3 years nursing course at Nairobi Hospital School of Nursing, and then I started working in Nairobi Hospital immediately I was done in school. So I want to at least a program where they can take you in immediately the results come in. So I was lucky, nilipata a job immediately. In fact, I even specialized in emergency nursing while still there, because they sponsored me. Niliangukia nikasponsoriwa, niliapply sponsorship nikapata, nikaenda shule. And then I worked for almost 7 years. So yes, mimi ni Mkenya ile 100%. Nimekuja hapa last year. Sijaishi huku sana. Maswali zingine ndio.
Uliwork 7 years Kenya?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Yeah, but agent 7 years. Agent zinahitaji 1 year.
Yeah, the agents only require you to have 1 year. Walikuwa nasemanga 2 years kitambo, siku hizi nimeona wamesema 1 year. At least 1 year. And the catch is you have to be in a busy hospital. Kuna watu wako surprise 7 years. Mimi si mtoto, my guys. History itawadanganya, mimi ni mzee. I am old, my guy. I'm not that young. So initially walikuwa wanasema 2 years, but siku hizi wanasema tu 1 year. The catch is you literally have to be in a very busy hospital. So ataki hospital yenye kuna bed capacity ya less than 100. So you can go to Google and then you check the hospital you work for iko na bed capacity ngapi, because they actually Google and even call the hospitals that you work in to prove that whatever information you give is actually the truth. Thank you guys, I appreciate. Then I was prepared to go and do my final exam. Initially, I wanted to go and do the English exam in the UK. They can accept for you to come and do your English exam in the US, UK, if you just tell them you want to do them there instead of going to India, Philippines. When I was doing the exam, South Africa was not part of it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing exam, what I complained, to sign petition for one African country to be able to be an exam headquarters for the NCLEX exam. which actually worked. Niliambiwa information had it that it was there initially in Nigeria and South Africa, but of course who are we Africans, tulikuwa tunapitanga hiyo exam, wakasema tuliiba, so wakaitoa. But eventually they returned it back to South Africa. So right now you can do it in South Africa, India, Philippines, or the UK, whichever you prefer. But the cheapest for you and the easiest, because the problem is you have to get your own visa to go to those countries. The easiest place for you to get a visa is either South Africa or India or Philippines. So I chose to go to India because I also wanted to travel to India. Niliendanga kufanya exam alafu nikakaa huko extra days kuzura. You get to the country, they pay for your flight. They pay for your hotel accommodation unless you're staying extra days. They pay that's it. You pay for your own meals and transportation na Mzulu kwa the place where you are in. Given the fact that they will book your hotel that is close to the exam center, so you have no much of hassle around the place, and then they communicate a lot. So they have people on the ground when yanaweza kusema the waiters and the receptionists will be able to guide and direct you. So it's not that hard. So we went to India, did the exam. Nakumbuka ilikuwa challenging, by the way. It was not an easy exam because mine I think close.
I have a question. Umesema wanakulipia air ticket, right? What about the visa?
So the part where I said the catch 2 part is you have to pay for your own visa for the country you go and do your NCLEX exam.
Okay, so you can choose the Philippines because we don't need a visa, or you can get a visa on arrival.
Correct.
Okay.
Same for India, you can get a visa on arrival, or you get India tulikuwa tuna apply online.
Okay.
Una apply online hadi wa leo.
Ni 5k to same thing as South Africa, ni 5k, but for South Africa you have to go to there's a place in Westlands where they actually do their visas. So tukaenda huko tukafanya exam. It takes about it's not a very complicated exam. If you are a nurse, it's all about prioritizing. Since I'm addressing a lot of nurses, it's all about prioritizing and airway, breathing and circulation, that kind of situation where you have to choose between what is more urgent or not killing your patient than the other. So it's all about mind game. Many people would finish the exam within 20 minutes, some 20 minutes, okay, could not go fast. Some people would finish it within an hour, some people would take up to 4 hours. The whole thing is 4 hours. So I was lucky in Limaliza, I think 80 minutes, no, 80 questions. I don't know if it was 80 minutes, it was 80 questions. Nikamaliza nilikuwa najiambia tu, by the way, I don't think I was prepared enough because I did not study. Mimi nakuaga tu na tabia spenda kusoma. That's life. Love you. Thank you guys. So we did that. Nakumbuka nikiambia mabeshte wangu, yo, let's go and party. Mimi nakuaga tu wale watu. You only live once. Watu walikuwa na complain that the exam was hard. So I asked them, I'm just digressing. So if you go to a country, umefika huko, umefanya exam, uko na ni ngumu, your next plan should be go and have fun, so that by the end of it all, utakuwa umetoka na memories. Unaweza fail, but utakuwa umetoka na memories. That was my point. It went, had fun. India is a place where people don't speak a lot of English, and hi Kizumbu, you get there and just have fun. Like, let loose. Whenever you go to any country, let loose and have fun. It's not that complicated. It's not that hard. Just blend with the locals.
I have another question for you, Cialo. For me and also the people who are listening. So you mean if you apply for that job, you still need to have some money?
Yes.
You need money for the process and other stuff.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, yes, because you see, many people want to apply for the jobs online, thinking that maybe it's free or something, but you will need money. The only thing is easy, it's because you will get the job easily than just going there or trying to go to the US to look for a job, you know. But still, you need to have money with you for any travel. You need to have your own money.
So thing is, the advantage with coming with the agencies, now disclaimer,
Okay.
there are no agencies bringing anyone to the US that requires you to pay them. I required money, but I did not pay the agency to bring me to the US. I did not pay 200K. I did not pay 500K. Anybody or any agency online asking you to send them money or to pay them is a scam.
Okay.
Even
Especially
for Canada. Hata for Canada.
Yeah, hata for Canada nimeambiwa na watu wanaishi huko. So for the US specifically, nobody will ask you to pay for any money, like for you to be able to come and work or live or study in the US, because they have no control about around your visa. The US, you have no control over the visa. You are the only person who's going to go to the embassy to do your interview to be able to come. Be it a visitor visa, be it a student visa, be it a work visa. And work visa, they only mainly take nurses.
Na IT, na computer science.
Computer science, most of the time, ni program ya anaitwa nani? There's this Kenyan who is an IT expert. He is based
Bob Mwiti.
Yeah, Mwiti. Kenya Airlift program. So he started an agency, walifanya the required everything. They are the only people who can actually give you advice and help you come. Yani Mwiti. And help you come to the US. He's actually a US citizen too. Or Kenyans, you're allowed to be a citizen in both countries, US and Kenya. Caregiving, no, namaliza caregiving jobs.
Okay.
Lakini
umetufikisha ukiwa India, ukafanya mtihani, results ulipata ukiwa kwa ndege ama baada ya kufika ama zilikawia?
No, nilipata exam after 48 hours. Nilikuwa nimesharudi. Nilienda mapema na nikarudi like 2 days after. But nilipata exams. I think nilipata results nikiwa kwa flight nikirudi.
Okay.
Nilipita I'm lucky and blessed sijaanguka exam. And God made sure that was not going to be the first one.
Frida, watu anguka exam pia?
Yes. Your exam ni tricky, na the thing is kama hauko confident and uconcentrate kwa exam na maswali, utajibu vitu zako na utaanguka. That's one exam that is most failed in the US. Manases wa huku wanaangukanga sana. Yeah, but what happens after failing?
Yeah.
So if you do that exam and you fail, you're given a chance by the agency. But thing is, you will have to prepare yourself and study, and until you're ready, then the agency will if you fail, agency will not pay for your flight, but they will help you book the exams and all that. So they'll do the process of preparing you again and encourage you. Watakubukia exam, but you'll pay for your own flight to go and do it. Same the difference, because ni take 2. But I know they give you a chance. They give you a chance to repeat it, even up to 3 times. But kuna expenses you'll take care of by yourself.
Siano, kuna jinsi yenye mtu anaweza jilipia hizi vitu ajipeleke without agents. Kama unataka ujifanyie, then at the end ujipeleke, ujitafutie kazi, alafu ujipeleke bila agents.
Yes, kunao. But the tricky part inakuanga utamaliza kila kitu, upate documents zako, upate papers zako, you're a US registered nurse. But getting into the US is the hard part.
The visa.
Yeah, because only you can only get the work visa if you are employed.
Okay.
Now, if you go to apply online, unaweza pata job na hospitali yote. If you don't get a hospital that is allowed to bring foreigners to work for them, you are out. So people finish exam and they get frustrated. So I would advise anyone, if you're done, don't spend your money, save your money, use your money to do something else. Apply with the agency. They will bond you for 2 years, some for 1 year, some for 3 years, but the time flies, and by the end of it all, you're done. You need those 2 years to actually settle down. Now, ulipe kama US nurse, because by the end of it all, they need you to have orientation.